everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. Now before we get into it, I want to say thanks to everybody who wrote something in the Discord about the current situation in my private life. Yeah, it's really difficult, the hardest thing I've ever been going through, and yeah, I hope at the end everything will be fine, but only time can tell. Alright, now I wanted to make this update because I gave you guys a promise, and I'm a man of my words, and yeah, I want to tell you what I think about the current market and show you something quite interesting. Now, before we get into it, in my previous video I talked about this bearish start of February because the last day of January was a red candle and the stochastic RSI was telling us, hey, we're about to go down, and it happened. I told you the key levels to watch, and we reached the first key level. We came very close to it, so I think that was a good call there, in my opinion. And now we're moving back upwards. At the moment, the last thing I saw was $9,700, and of course the question is this thing going to go parabolic now, or will there be a pullback? So that's something I want to talk about in this video. Now this is the first wave ever, and what I want to show you is this orange line right here. So as you can see, although it is the first wave and the price movement, yeah, looks kind of weird at some points, but what we can see is that this orange line starting at this point has a big influence. So we have a lot of resistance and support zones, and at the end of this first wave, as you can see, we come back above it, we find support on it, come back down, test it once again, and then the parabolic movement starts. Right? Now, if we take a look at the first wave in 2012, what we can see is a quite similar thing. So we have this orange line that plays a role at the beginning of the fourth wave of the previous bull market, and this was the bear market after that fourth wave. And as you can see, this orange line starts at these points. Now you could also bring it at these levels, but now let's have it like this again. Right. So what you can see is it starts at that point. We have contact at this point right here. So we have support here. When we're below it, we have a bigger drop, we come back up, we find resistance, and then when we're above it, it is support, and of course when we're below it, we see major moves, and then at some point we're able to get back above it, and then we have the next parabolic movement, so similar to the first wave in 2010. Now what is important at that point is because we have to draw this line for the current wave, and so maybe we can find some things that will help us to find the right position for this trend line. And now what I want to show you is this right here. So what you can see is that it starts at the very beginning of the fourth wave, and it is a important level during the bear market at the end, before we have the last big drop and find our bottom. Right? This point right here. Now let's go to the next first wave, and this is this one, and this is the first wave in 2015. And what you can see right here, this orange line again, is it starts at the very beginning of the fourth wave of the previous bull market, and then of course we have the bear market, but as you can see, it starts at the beginning of this wave. Again, it comes to this point, to the end of the bear market where we have the final drop and find our bottom. All right, so this is again a recurring similarity, and then we fall below it, and at some point when we're back above it, we have this parabolic movement. All right. So and of course important is that it is at the end of the first wave, so it's not in the middle. As you can see, we also have this point right here where we are above this orange line, but then we come back below it. But at some point at the end of this first wave, we are above it and we have a really strong, powerful movement. We also have this one little retest here to see if it is support, and then we just go parabolic. All right, so these are the important informations. Now let's go to this chart right here. Now this is the question. Where is the perfect line for our current price movement? And if we say that this is the bottom or the beginning of the fourth wave of our previous bear market in 2018, end of 2017. So if we say this is the beginning and we draw this line and we come to this point, which I showed you is an important point, because when we cross it, we have this last big drop. And then when we're above it, we of course have this big movement. And when we're below it, again, we have big movements down. And now we're back above it. And look what Bitcoin is doing. So this looks very similar to me to what I just showed you for the last first waves. So this might be the beginning of the parabolic movement, guys. All right, this might be the beginning. And as you can see, this line really plays a big role during the previous price movements. So it plays a role here, it plays a role here, here, of course here. When we're below it, you see this big drop. Then we test it, we have support. When we're below it, we have resistance. So it's a very important line, and now we're back above it, and Bitcoin came down, tested it. As you can see, came down and tested it, and now we're seeing a very strong day. And currently we're at $9,644. All right. So if you're in Bitcoin, if you're holding Bitcoin, I think that's not a mistake, and I would think about having my stop loss down at these levels, because I think when we drop below this trend line, this is at yeah, $9,000. I mean, this level makes a lot of sense. $9,000. When we're below $9,000, yeah, things could be a little bit difficult. If we bring out the moving averages, what we can see right here is that we have a cross of the 20 simple moving average and the 200. This is a very bullish sign in my opinion. We came down to this zone. In my previous video, I told you when we come down to this zone and find support, then I think this will continue, and this is exactly what we're seeing right now. This is continuing, and now after seeing that right here, I don't think that we will come down lower. I don't think. So I give this a higher probability for a continuation of the bullish movement than to come down to these levels, to the $7,800. These levels, in my opinion, are over. I think this is the new zone, and we're on our way above $10,000. And something else that is possible is that, let me take this away, is that maybe it's not this orange line, so maybe we have to focus on another orange line. Now, as you can see, this orange line here connects a lot of positions below and above, very important positions, as you can see, and when we're below it, we have a major drop. All right, so at this point here, we have a very, very strong resistance and support level. All right, And I think this one will also play a big role when we reach it. So as you can see, just connecting these positions right here, and then as you can see at this point, so we tried to get above it, but we didn't see or didn't get a daily close above this orange line. We didn't get that, because it's a very, very strong level. In my opinion, it's a very strong level. So what we can do is bring it a little bit higher. It's a very strong level, and it really makes sense. It really makes sense. As you can see, it's very, very important. And so what that means is something that could happen, guys, is we come up to $10,000 and we will have a pullback. And I think a pullback at $10,000 really makes sense. I think that really, really makes sense. So I would be surprised if we just go above 10K and have a daily close. I think that's a little bit difficult. But let me tell you that if we can get above $10,000 and we have a daily close above $10,000, and the next day we can stay above $10,000, this is really bullish to me. This is really, really bullish to me if we have 2 days above $10,000. Right? So this is my opinion, and I think you agree with me that these two lines really make sense. Really makes sense. Now the question is, which one is important? Is it this one? If it is this one, yes, we're above it, and that means that the parabolic movement is starting right now. It's starting. It doesn't mean that we're going to make 80% today. No, but it is starting. It is really starting. If it is that one, then the parabolic movement will start when we're above $10,000, and that honestly makes really sense, because 10K is such an important level because of thousands of reasons. So I think this is the major level. This is the box that I've been talking so much about. I told you, when we are inside of this box and we're able to get above this box, this is huge. This is really, really huge. Right? So focus on that things, guys. Focus on this level right here, the 9K level, of course. Focus on the 10K level, of course. If we can get above it, if we have a daily close and a second day with support, wow, that is really bullish in my opinion. And what I don't really like, I want to show you that, what I don't really like is the current RSI situation, because as you can see, I mean, we're making higher highs, but at the same time we're still making the same high on the RSI. So from my experience, this is not that good. This is more bearish. Now this could be wrong, but this tells me that there is still a chance for a pullback, and I think this pullback will come at 10K. All right, I think at 10K a lot of people will leave all of this and expect a pullback. All right, I think a lot of people expect a pullback at $10,000. So then we could see a bigger correction, and I gave you the levels for the correction. So if this zone can't hold, if the 9K zone can't hold, then we're going down to this level, guys, and this is $7,800 in my opinion. This is the only level I see us going down. So 7,800 to 8,200. So this zone right here, we have the 40, the 80, the 50 moving average. This zone with this trend line, this strong resistance, this is the zone where we will find support. I'm really, really sure of that. So the highest point is at $8,400, let's say. So somewhere in these regions we will find support. All right, so that's it for Bitcoin. And at the end, I want to take a quick look at some alts, and not much, but just to give you my opinion, guys. I mean, we all are expecting the second wave, and I think this right here is telling me, showing me the probability is getting very high for this. Now, of course, this is just the start, but if Bitcoin just comes down and falls below this zone, then the 20 and the 200 will start to come down again, and the 20 will be below the 200. So it's the very, very beginning, but at the moment it's really looking good. Now I'm still missing the pullback of this big movement. I'm still missing that, and but that's okay. Let's see what happens in the next days. I gave you the key levels, and now what I want to show you is Bitcoin Diamond. Bitcoin Diamond is one of those coins that follow Bitcoin. I mean, of course, it's a fork and stuff like that. When Bitcoin rises, Bitcoin Diamond is one of those which follow Bitcoin. And I don't know if you know it. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin Diamond all-time high $100. I still remember some exchanges where it was at $300. So what I want to say is currently at nearly 70 cents. I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one to if you want to make big gains. I think this one can make really big gains. And just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, so if we take a look at this to this, we have 200%. So I think Bitcoin Diamond has a very high probability or chance to yeah, make money, guys. I think this one will explode when Bitcoin explodes, but this one will really explode. So Bitcoin Diamond, I'm having some Bitcoin Gold, of course, and what I want to show you about Bitcoin Diamond before I forget it, a total supply 190 millions. That's good. That's good. So you have volatile movements, a high probability for volatile movements. Bitcoin Gold is much better, 21 million like Bitcoin, and all-time high at $500. So this is also amazing. So as you can see, that's a very nice entry currently, and it's able to do unbelievable movements like Bitcoin Diamond. As you can see, if we make something like this, we have 300%. So this is crazy, and like I said, it's just $11. It's just $11, and it can easily reach these levels again. $30, even $100 is possible during this bull run. I also want to show you this one right here. This is now Voyager, but maybe you know it, maybe you know Ethos. As you can see, what I really like about it right now is the 200 is coming. It's now above the 20 moving average, and I think Ethos is preparing for testing the 200 moving average, and if that happens, we're talking about 90% at this for this movement, and if it is able to break above this resistance right here, yes, if it's able to break above this resistance right here, then during this bull market maybe we can reach these levels up here. So we're talking about nearly 900%, and the important thing is when we're talking about 900%, look where we are. We're just at 25 cents, but you know where it, or let's go back to you faster, but look where it comes from. Look where it comes from. So if we take the Fib retracement tool and make something like this, and go down to where we are right now. The 61 is at $10. $10, guys. So this means we're talking about 80,000%. Not bad. Not bad. So this is a possibility, guys. All right, so this is all about possibilities, and from what I'm seeing right now, so this is important for me. From what I'm seeing right now, it's in position. It's in position. So if you get in now and you have your stop loss below the 20 moving average, so as you can see, your losses are nothing compared to what is possible. Your losses are nothing compared to what is possible because it's just starting. It's just starting. And look, it has been below the 20 moving average for such a long time. For such a long time. And now it is above it. It looks good in my opinion. It looks good, and I wouldn't be surprised if we come up to this resistance. This is at 4 cents. So you're making nearly 80-90% only for this movement, if I'm not wrong, guys. Don't want to give you wrong targets. So no, 50%, and for this one 90%. All right, and if you have the bigger picture in front of you, we are in a bull run, and crazy things are possible. And I mean, Ethos or Voyager right now, they have a working product, so they have partnerships that you have to take in consideration. If we go to the website right here, what I like about it is this Yahoo Finance that is inside of it. So this is, I mean, Yahoo, guys, this is not bad. And so I think, like I said, working product, App Store, Google Play, this is not bad. This has the chance to rise again, and I don't want to miss that. So I'm already in. I bought in. I have my stop loss below this blue trend line. So at I think, I don't want to tell you something wrong. I think at 2.3 cents, something like that. And I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting and want to see what is possible. And what I want to show you as well is Stellar. So Stellar, as you can see, is preparing, guys. It's preparing. This could really get huge. Like Icon, what you saw. If you saw what Icon did, this is what we can expect of Stellar in the next weeks, days, weeks. That I think there's a high probability. One chain, I told you get in one chain. I told you get in one chain when it was down at these levels. So we're talking about 120%, guys. I told you my diamond altcoin. Watch my previous videos. My diamond altcoin. Nano, where are you? Nano, guys, I told you Nano, when the Nano was down at these levels, and it made a really nice run. And what I like about Nano, and I'm still in, what I like about it is now it's above its 200 moving average, and I really, really like that. So I have my stop loss at these levels right here, below the 200, and I think Nano can do amazing gains in the next days and weeks. So if you don't know where Nano comes from, hello. Looks like coin market cap is tired. I'm tired too. So Nano, we have max supply 100 33 million. This is good. And all-time high at $37. Currently getting close to $1. It's testing the $1 zone. I think it will get above the $1 zone, and when it's above the $1 zone, I expect a very, very bullish movement for this one. So this is something that you should take a look at. So this is not financial advice, guys, you know that, but I'm sharing my opinions, and I think my opinions weren't that bad in the last days. So for this movement, for coming up to this zone right here, where we have a lot of resistance, we're talking about 80%, and if we can get up at these levels, we're talking about 200%. So yeah, that's not bad. So what I expect is something like that. This will come, guys. Icon is only one of those that make one of a lot of coins that are showing us this bullish setup. And as you can see, we have this triangle. Now Icon came up to this upper zone right here of this triangle. So very good, very nice. Is it over for Icon? No, of course it's not. But for the moment, I think there will be a lot of sideways movement. Not a lot, but there will be sideways movement before Icon continues, and some coins are just starting to do what we're seeing right here. So for example, Nano. And I want to give you one buy opportunity. This is the Binance coin. Why? Because the Binance coin is about to get above its 200 moving average. Now look, this is the beautiful thing about it. So you have the 200 right here, you have the 20 right here, and at some point you have this situation, so you get above the 20 and then you just fall below it, all right? And you don't even reach the 200. But now, like many coins, like so many coins, it found support on its 20 moving average, and now it is about to get above its 200. And I wouldn't be surprised if I show you in the next video, look, Binance is above its 200 moving average, found support on it, and then starts the bullish movement. All right. And the only thing that could stop this is when Bitcoin has a bigger drop. All right, because you all know when Bitcoin drops, the altcoins drop much harder. Right? So if Bitcoin can hold this, and if we are above to get into this parabolic movement, then these coins will explode. I'm 100% sure of that. Yes. Neo will do the same, guys. Very bullish setup. It just broke out above this resistance, this white resistance right here. It is above its 200. It finds support on its 20. We have this bottoming tail bar on the 20. Looks good. Looks really, really good to me, guys. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for your attention. Please leave a like, please subscribe, join our community. I will try to get back as soon as possible and keep you updated. But I think this update is really, really important for you to know what is likely and the next steps. Just seeing them right here. Look, and this is the setup that I'm talking about, all right? This is the setup. So when you have something like this, yeah, and look what you get. And Nano is no, we don't even have to cross, but come on, it's good. No, we have 30 minutes. I'm sorry for that. It's a very long video. I wanted to make it short, but yeah, a lot of things going on in the market, and I think now is the time to get in. Make the right decisions, guys. You can make a lot of money during the next days and let's say 4 weeks. You can make a lot of money. And this is the second wave that I've always been talking about, and it's coming, guys. It's coming. There is no doubt about it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. If you have questions, please write it in the comments. Join our Discord. Let me know what you think about all of this. If you want to know more about the altcoins that I'm watching, then let me know it in the comments, and so that I can keep you updated on the altcoins where I see very high potential. Honestly, currently I'm trading more altcoins than Bitcoin, because when I find the right setup, then I enter, and this is for me much more profitable than only trading Bitcoin. All right, because you have so many coins out there, and when you find the right setup, then yeah, get in, because the probability is very high for a bullish breakout, or for nice gains. All right, so making 5%, 10% when you have the right setup, making 1 day, 2 days, 10% on your investment. That's nice. All right, and at the same time, we're watching Bitcoin. We know what is possible, and we enter at the right time. All right, guys, thank you very much for your attention. So like I said, let me know what you think about all of that, and if you want to know more about this stuff, if you want to know more about it, you can make a huge income, in my opinion, when you trade more than just Bitcoin. So that's how I'm doing it, and currently I'm holding Nano, and I had one chain. I sold one chain at the right time because I knew there is a lot of resistance up there. I sold it, and now I'm in Nano again. I had Nano before, now I'm back in Nano now that it's above its 200. So it's really nice, guys, really good. XRP, yeah, XRP is starting to explode, guys. You know, it's starting. You can see this very nice bullish setup right here. Just got above it. So a lot of things possible, guys. A lot of things possible. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Make the right decisions. I wish you the best investment, and we'll see you soon. Bye.